And I was just like, I'm not doing that. Do you know what I mean? I've been at the club for how many years? Why am I gonna start again? Do you know what I mean? So my money could go down and all of that stuff. Do you know what I mean?
So he actually said you have to try.
He said to the chairman, like, listen, I'm coming in. Players are more than welcome to come in, but more or less on trial.
Everyone,
except from a few. Except from like
Billy
one,
and
I would say
Billy and Sam, from what I knew.
Yeah, everyone else.
But even like one of the other boys, like Sam, apparently he was said, look, you're not going to be on what you're on now.
Yeah.
So he would have had to take a pay cut. Do you get me? But he basically come in with his team.
Yeah.
But said kind of out of courtesy, you can come for pre-season.
Okay,
but that kind of means as well, like, it's kind of wasting your time.
So how long was he at the club for before they sacked him off?
No. He was there, so he took over this season, or sorry, start of last season, because the old manager Joino left during like the off season.
Yeah.
And then he left to take the Hornchurch job in December, which would have been maybe the 5th or 6th of December, and that's kind of how everything.
Yeah, because you were still playing at that. Oh no, you stopped. Yeah,
the boots were.
You stopped.
Chucked them away after that.
Mate, you should have thrown them in the river ages ago.
Proper. And then just kind of got a call. I was just like, I just wanted to kind of focus on the coaching, so I was just doing that. And then I finished work one day and I had a missed call, and it was Bill, who I'm joint manager with and who's captain still at Waltham Abbey, but we like have a good relationship as well. So I see the missed call and I'm thinking like, oh, how come he's called me? And then he's left a message on another group that we're in together, and he's saying like, oh, Stimo's left, he's taken half the players.
Yeah.
So I was like, so I called him up and he's like, yeah, like the chairman, he kind of doesn't know what to do, because this was on a Thursday and there's a game on the Saturday. So Bill and we kind of used to like not toy with it, but we said, oh, if we could run the club, like we could do this and we could do that. But sometimes you're just talking, ain't you?
Yeah.
And he was like, look, come to the club, like let's put something to the chairman and see what he says.
Oh, so the chairman didn't actually know, like didn't have you lot in his plans?
Well, I don't know if Bill had spoke to him, like away from me and him having that convo.
Yeah.
But I called John, who's the chairman, and I was like, yeah, John, blah blah blah. Oh, you right, Spence? How you doing? And I just said, look, if you're around at the club tonight, I'm gonna pop down for a talk. He says, yeah, come. To be honest, I would have been like, if I'd have left and they says, you could be reserve manager, or you can be a coach with the first team, I'd have been like, that's buzzing. That's just the next step on the journey.
Yeah.
Then the way he was talking, it was like, we need to buy some time. And I was like, where's this going? And then he was like, yeah, look, we want you and Bill to take it on. Obviously at the time, well, Bill's still playing.
Yeah.
And he was like, look, Bill, whatever happens, if someone comes in, you'll be the manager. You'll still be a player. Yeah. And he's like, look, Spence, when you left, I didn't really want you to leave and this, that, the other.
Why did you leave when you was
just got a bit no, it's just a bit. No, do you know what it was?
Politics, isn't it?
That's the best word. Thank you.
Just say how it is, man.
It's politics. Yeah, no, for real. Because obviously, like, that's when I was playing with the role.
Yeah.
And I was trying to make that transition to more coaching at that level. And like I always say to everyone, my intentions was always the best.
Yeah.
I was never there to like undermine anyone. It was like, and I'm a good soldier. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you tell me to do something, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it well, and that's just what it was. But again, like, the politics just went a bit crazy.
Okay. So when you left, because obviously that was, we've gone through your whole last story now, Spence. But no, not gonna bite.
No bites.
But when you left, where did you actually end up going?
Signed for Barking.
And how was that? Is that Justin?
Yeah, Justin. Yeah. Justin.
What's it like playing for Justin?
He's passionate about the game. He is a passionate guy. I think we bumped heads a few times. I just feel like he doesn't like when someone talks back to him. Do you know what I mean? He needs to have that authority.
Yeah.
I'm the type of guy, if you don't disrespect me, do you know what I mean? And then, so yeah, we bumped heads a few times, and I was like, yeah, look, like, I can't.
But when you say bump heads, it was to the point where I can't work here anymore.
'Cause it's more like when I was going training, it's more like a chore. Do you know what I mean? It's not like that buzz was gone. That buzz was gone. So then I just said to him, look, just release me or whatever.
And then it wasn't straight back to Abbey from there, was it?
To be fair, but it took a long time.
How come?
Just sticky, innit? It's just a sticky situation.
Nah, what's going on here?
Again, a bit of was it politics.
No.
What politics trying to get you back to the club, or before? Is it
I just think
previous situations?
Do you know what it is? Yeah, it's like there's a lot happening. Like, as in, I don't really want to go into too much depth. Do you get me? Because obviously we're talking about other people and that. But like Justin is very good friends with Bill. Do you get me? Who's obviously my co-manager. Yeah. So there was a lot between them two. Like, oh, how come you're coming for my player, kind of thing, which kind of like, even like, because like me and Darelle would speak all the time, and it was like, even when I spoke to Bill, like when it was happening, I was like, it just makes me feel awkward, like, because it's turning into a situation when it's not a situation, and it shouldn't really be anything. Do you get me? But things always work out the way it's supposed to.
Okay, so the last bit on that, how did it actually just get solved then? Was it just like, look, he's not got a club net, we want him?
Was it Great Waker in put 7 day in, wasn't it?
No, Basildon put a 7 day in for me.
Yeah.
And then a couple of days later, I get a phone call from the secretary saying, "Oh, they've come in for you. Just hand back your tracksuit, and I will deregister. I will release you, basically, because they weren't going to release me. They told me I've got to wait for a 7 day. You know, certain managers say you're waiting, and it's a long process. So then they put it in for me, and then then I went to see the secretary. And then literally,
just deregistered you.
Yeah, I was like, thank you very much, and then told them I'm a free agent if they're still interested.
But why is that so like the case now? Why, if you're not, if things ain't working out for you, why do you think managers are just so reluctant to just be like, look, let me deregister you then? Why do they make it difficult, do you reckon?
Do you know what? I think it's a hard one, because if I go back to when I was playing for Billericay under Craig Edwards, playing for him, and then obviously the new chairman came in, Glenn, and he obviously brought in all these players.
Oh yeah, you was there then, wasn't you?
Yeah, and then so at least I'm on the bench now, and I said to Craig, look, I've come to play. Yeah. If you're not going to play me, you might as well. Could I go? He's like, yeah, no worries, Darelle, I'll de-rest you. So with him, it's a bit different, because like he's looking out for me, like go elsewhere and go and play. But I think with Justin, I think it was a little bit spiteful, to be honest. He should have just de-registered me instead of me waiting for 7 days to come in. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So were you like involved in matchday squads during this time still, or literally just left?
No, I just left, to be fair.
Oh, that's so bad, man.
Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I do my own little bits, but
it's not the same.
Though. It's like, stressful at times. Do you know what I mean? To be honest.
So when you went Abbey, how many games of the season were left?
Chris done his knee March. It was March, sometime in March. So we'd have had maybe 8-9 games, Saturday to Saturday, about 8-9 at a max. 10 games left. I'm
gonna put you on the spot. Yeah, how did he do when he come back?
First game, very, very well.
Okay, I don't need game by game, to be honest.
Okay. No, do you know what? On a whole, like work rate and everything, faultless. Like I know what I get with D all the time. Sometimes like doing lots of work but in the wrong areas. Yeah. But it's one of them where we can't, especially like last season, like I couldn't really, like I can't say nothing to the players, because where we came in, like it was hard. We come in like mid-December, everything had already been set. So like on a Tuesday there wasn't training, and we couldn't get a pitch. So we started doing like a circuit in the gym, just to kind of bring up fitness. And then on the Thursday we only had an hour, 7 till 8. So we bring it, and obviously when Stimo left, he's taken all the starters basically. So we've had to pull together a new team, and we've got 1 hour a week in order to try and implement a style of play.
Were you given an objective from the chairman to like Look, just
Just
keep us in the league, or
the objective was just, to be fair to Stimo, they started very well. They had a few injuries, and then they were on a bit of a bad run. But because they started so well, when we took over, I think they were 5th or 6th, but they hadn't won since mid-October.
Yeah.
And obviously we're in December now. So, and I remember, because I said to the chairman, what's your goals or what's your aim? And he just said he just wants to see progression from last season.
Yeah.
Which they finished 18th. So, I mean, regardless, we were confident we'd always hit that target.
Yeah.
And obviously we just wanted to try and push them to the playoffs, but we kind of tailed off towards the end. Like, again, this is what I'm saying, like, it's hard, like, going back to, like, the Darelle thing, it's like, because we only got an hour, so even, like, when I'm session planning, I'm trying to session plan, what do I feel we need to work on? But then I'm watching games back from Saturday, thinking, what do we need to improve on? But then I'm also trying to study the team we're playing on Saturday, and what can we do to stop them, or what can we do to be successful in that game?
Yeah.
So then I have to prioritize, like, within an hour, what do I need to focus on? And then within that hour, you know what I mean, like, because it's 7 o'clock, sometimes people are coming late, or people have to go see the physio, and if the physio comes late, people are coming over to us about 20 past, and then we've got 40 minutes. Do you get me?
So what does Bill do?
He plays. No, do you know what? Yeah. No, Bill does a lot, to be fair. But, like, my thing is coaching, innit? Like, obviously I was a coach before this, so we talk a lot. But in terms of, like, the sessions and stuff, like, I'll lead on that, because
it's your coach.
Like, yeah, it's what I do, innit? Yeah. And, like, obviously he knows that. Even, like, before pre-season and that, we'd, like, meet up every week, and he showed me one wicked, like, practice that he'd kind of thought of, and I was like, bruv, that's amazing. And he was just like, yeah, look, but you lead on it, because I know that's your game, innit? So it's like, I know what he's good at, he knows what I'm good at, and between the two of us, I feel, and Spencer Harrison, who's our assistant, between, like, the three of us, I feel like we kind of do a bit of everything that you'd need from a manager.
Yeah. So I don't know if you've got this kind of outline now, or if you wanted to say, for the new season coming up, what would you guys say would be, like, your objectives for this season? In fact, let me start with that on a personal.
I think for me, it's more of winning the league.
Really?
For me, yeah, because I don't like when people say, "Oh yeah, hit playoffs and aim high." Do you know what I mean? Let's try and win the league.
Yeah.
And if not, then we're in amongst it. But winning the league first and foremost, and just helping my team out as much as I can.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Do you set yourself goal targets?
I used to, not so anymore, because it's funny, because when I was at Waltham Abbey a couple seasons ago, I was on fire, like, scoring all the time, and one guy said to me, how many goals you got? And I told him straight, I don't count, because I think at that time anyway, when you count, it's like, I want that one, just keep scoring, just don't worry about the tally, just keep scoring goals and just enjoy your football. Goals will come. Do you know what I mean? But I would say win the league and just help my team as much as I can, and be more greedy, be more, like,
ruthless.
Yeah. So I'm a bit.
Did you feel like he's kind of coaching you now, like, just?
No, not whilst we're going through it. No, not at all. But yeah, be more ruthless. To be fair.
You know, earlier on you said you maybe do work in, like, the wrong area or something. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that something he would have told you before? Like, it's not new to you, like, hearing that, or is it like?
No, it's not new to me, because, to be fair, I'm the type of person, if a man's not doing my job or doing their job, I'll try and do their job for them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, even, for example, the winger's not crossing the ball in the box. If I get the ball, I'll put crosses in the box how I would want, but no one's in the box to put it in the back of the net. Do you know what I mean? So,
is
a bit too honest, but yeah, that's
is
right, yeah.
Working under him or playing under him just basically an extension of what it was like when you was playing with him, in regards to, like, communication, you know, his standards, the information he gives to you?
100%. Because even when I was playing with him, we have, like, late night phone calls just about the game and how to improve and stuff. And I think now that he's a manager, I've still got that good relationship with him. Because even, like, the other day, on yesterday, He's like, yeah, I want to do some extra bits with you to get you sharp and ready and fair play. Do you know what I mean? You need that as a player. You'd want a manager to believe in you. Do you know what I mean? And have that confidence.
Okay, is he the starting striker for the season? Like main striker?
Yeah. Well, we got 4-3-3. Do you know what? We've got pre-season. Do you get me? So it's like obviously Darelle finished as our main boy. He'll probably start as our main boy, but we've got 5 or 6 games, and like my thing is like it sounds cliche, but I try and keep it as real to that as possible. Like depends game to game. Like certain people might what's that word I'm looking for? They might not influence, but they might be a better fit for a certain game.
Yeah.
Do you get me? And in which case, it's happened like last season, and I'll speak to players and say, this is why you're not playing this game. Do you get me? But on a whole, like, if you're doing your bit and you're keeping your shirt, keep your shirt.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I
Have
want a man that's playing well, playing.
Have you got a massive like squad for pre-season?
No, do you know what we went back yesterday. We've got a lot of trialists coming in Tuesday, but because the season starts a week later than normal, so 17th of August, so effectively we're going to be working this week, but it's kind of a week just to get us gradually up to where we want to be, and then the following week then we kick in properly.
Okay,
by
so
then we're going to drop the numbers. So
I was going
to
ask at what point.
So
do
we
you start trimming down?
we kind of got a trial week basically. So we got a load of trialists. So on Tuesday, for example, the boys who are coming back or who are signed, they'll be going to the gym.
Yeah.
I'll go and take with a couple of other coaches. We'll be with the trialists. Just let them play a load of football. See who we kind of think's decent.
Okay.
Thursday, everyone will kind of mix in together. See how they mix with our boys, like in terms of their performance.
Yeah.
Saturday we'll have an in-house game, so some of our boys might play, some might not, but everyone will be working, and then we'll just cut it right down to sort of maybe hopefully if there's like 5 or 6 decent ones, and then we'll keep them over, play a few pre-season games.
Yeah. So
see what happens from there.
George, is he one of the trialists or?
No.
No. He was like, what? What's going on?
Yeah, he's folded. But to be fair, you know what? To be fair to George, he was one year where was he the first person? Probably the first person who I was like, I went to Bill and I said, look, next season, because we tried to get him in the season last season, but at the time it's just like literally just crazy things were happening. Like our centre back Ross, he got ill, like touch wood, it was nothing major, but he was out for like 12 weeks.
Yeah.
Blood tests, but nothing would show up. So he was just out for time. We had to bring in a centre back. Then keeper, our keeper at the time, Lamar, got sent off, 3-game ban. This is all during the span where we're trying to bring George in.
Yeah.
So it just kind of just didn't work out. But then once the season was done, I said, look, Bill, I'm telling you, we bring him in because like the way I'm trying to recruit as well, it's like, if you're a good player, like fantastic, but it's the other bits. What's your character like? What's your attitude like? Do you know what I mean? If you've got a good attitude, we can make you a better player. Do you know what I mean? That's a fact.
To be honest, I feel like his attitude stinks, but I'm not the manager.
No. No, he's got one of the better attitudes. Like even like after we trained yesterday, Bill come up to me and goes, I really like George, you know. I says, I'm telling you, like you'd never think like this was his first day. Like he's just there, kind of like just integrated with everyone. One of kind of like the main people, and that's what it's about. Do you know what I mean? You want to go out on the pitch, and if I like you and I've got that rapport with you, chances are I'm ready to run further for you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so obviously we spoke about your objectives, but as a club now, what are your objectives? Like
personally, or the club itself?
The club for this season.
Do you know what we from like last season and all that, like speaking with the chairman, I think we kind of gassed him up a bit. So like he's like, now, yeah, you know, we should be winning the league or playoffs, which fair enough, because that's what we were kind of aiming for anyway. Is it realistic? Maybe not. But again, kind of like what Dee was saying, you have to aim high. I mean, when I was a player, I was always aiming the highest of the high. But then I was doing a bit of reading not too long ago, and Alex Ferguson. I was reading something on him, and he said something like which kind of stuck with me. So he was like, he would never say we're going to win the league or our aim is to win the league. He would just say our aim is to win as many games as we can. And that kind of, I thought, yeah, I like that, because it kind of takes the pressure off.
Yeah.
So what I've done, well, hopefully no one from the team listens to this, because they'll see what I'm doing. But like what I've done is I'm trying to create like subliminal things around the club. So like on our whiteboard, I put promotion, and it just sits there in the corner. So people can write on it, but that won't get touched.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to talk about promotion. I'm just going to talk about our standards. We need to be intense all the time, keeping like our, you know what I mean, our performance levels high, a personal pride when you're trying to perform and just trying to win. But then when they see certain buzz things around, like I'm not having to say it and put that pressure.
It's like a subconscious thing. Yeah.
Conditioning in the right way.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to just condition them to think, without me having to drum it into their heads. And they might get that little bit of pressure, but they can just see it. But if they can just see it and start to believe it, but at the same time they're improving and their standards are high and they're not settling for this, they want to try and push for this, then we've got every chance.
Okay, so with that being said, for you to achieve that, you've obviously got to have certain characters on the pitch as well.
Definitely.
I know you got Billy.
Yeah.
But is he playing this year?
He's playing. I'm trying, like I said to him, we're trying to limit, I'd say maybe 20 games. In an ideal world, he doesn't even play 20.
Yeah.
But in an ideal world, I didn't want him to play as many last season. But he just had to.
Does he still want to play though?
He still wants to.
Yeah.
But he will play. Like, goes without saying, because to be fair to him, he's the oldest on the team, but like he's the best headerer. He can still get about the pitch. If he's playing, I know he can score. If the ball comes to him, it's not a hot potato. He can take the sting out of the game.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so he can. It's not like he can't play, but I want to limit as the amount he plays.
But if he's still effective, why would you want to limit that?
Because we're the managers, and part of that is we need to create a team. Like I always say to, I can't remember who I said it to. I want to create a team where Billy doesn't have to play.
Yeah.
He can play,
but he doesn't have to.
He doesn't have to. Not like I played on Tuesday. I'm fucked. Can you swear on this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I played on Tuesday, Mike. I'm fucked. No, but I need you to start Saturday. Like you don't need to. That's what I want to try and build.
Yeah.
And like part of like even like everyone's different in it, but part of like the managing for me, because I'm a coach as well, it's like if like I want to win things, but if you haven't come into contact with me and you haven't improved as a player, whether that's technically, tactically, your understanding, whatever it is, then I've done you a disservice, because that's part of what it is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you work with me, you have to get better. Like that's my attitude. You might not, but I'm gonna put everything out there for you to get better. And I'd like to believe, like one day, whether it's 10, 20 years, you might have a convo with someone up the road, and somehow my name comes up, and it's like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, Spence, I know him. I played under him or played with him, and he showed me this, or you know what I mean? Because then you go and you show a youngster something, but that's good practice, and he shows someone, and he shows someone, and he shows someone, and he shows someone, and then we're all learning to play the right way.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
I feel like I need to give a round of applause there, but
No.
this guy definitely rehearsed. He definitely rehearsed for this. But
No, do you know what? Like that's just like just quickly before you go. Like they always say, I read this book and it always talks about why. Like so before anything, it's like why do you do something? So I find it hard to sleep a lot of times at night. So I probably go through it in my head like why do I do this, or why do I want to do this? And then I kind of bullet pointed, like this is why I do it. Do you get me? So I know why I do it, and that's why it seems you might think it's like rehearsed and whatever, but because I know why I do it. I know how I want to do it. I know what I'm gonna do. Do you get me?
Yeah.
And it just comes out like that.
Okay, cool. So we touched on Billy.
Yeah.
Who else in the team are you going to be looking to in terms of leadership?
Darelle, who is, to be fair to him, is a leader. Even like we was talking yesterday, and I was saying to the boys, we want to kind of create a team where it's led from within.
Yeah.
So obviously, like we're the leaders, but
they're just an extension of you guys on the pitch, basically.
Like we shouldn't. I mean, I'm gonna be on them, like keeping the standards high. But like I always say, there's a quote which we're putting up in the changing room, and it goes: "The true evidence of a culture is what you do when no one's looking." And me and Bill can shout till we're blue in the face. This is what we do, and this is how we do it, and da 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 da. But when we walk out that changing room, what a man doing?
Yeah.
On a Friday night when you're not with us, even when you leave training, what are you doing? You could leave and go Shoreditch on a Thursday after training. Do you get me? So it's for everyone to kind of lead on it. Darelle might, I don't know, flick through Twitter and see someone's out, and you pull them up. What are you doing? What are you doing that? We don't do that.
What, on a Thursday?
No, it's just an example.
Oh, okay. That's a bit harsh.
But like, just anything like that, or someone comes late and you're like, nah, like 20 minutes late, that's unacceptable. Do you know what I mean? Or you come in and you're blasé and you're laughing and joking about it.
Yeah.
We want boys who are gonna pull each other up. The role I'd say is someone who would do that. Obviously Billy, in the team now, potentially one or two, but we're trying to just get it to the point where everyone's comfortable and everyone understands, like when we come to train, like this is business. Away from it, the group's wicked. Love them, every one of them, and I can see how good they get on. But when we cross that line, it's business. It's business, because end of the day, we wouldn't all be together if we didn't come to this club or we didn't come to football. And the reason we come to football is to win. That's just the basics of it. So just put our egos and everything else aside. We come to win, and then when that bit's done, then we can just enjoy each other's company.
Okay. In terms of managing, what's his management style like? And Billy, not to forget Billy.
I would say it's good, to be fair. Like they tell us what they want and how they want it done, and you know, if you don't know, by all means go and ask. Do you know what I mean? Instead of, because I know certain players out there or certain managers, once they say it once, you're sort of scared to go back and ask in case you get it wrong. Do you know what I mean? And they'll bollock you for it. But I think they've got a good. No, I think it's good to go to them and talk to them, innit? Do you know what I mean? Got a good understanding about football. This guy literally sends me messages on messages all the time about football. This is how the movement done, and but by all means, I've got to respect him for that. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause that just shows how passionate he actually is, and with Billy, to be fair. So.
Would you put him up there with one of the better managers you've worked with, or you've played under? No pressure.
Early though.
I was gonna say that it is early. Like,
is it early?
No, as in like I've not even been doing it a year, and we've only worked together properly from March.
Okay, fair enough.
So that's a month really, because the season's finished, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you get me?
But can you see improvements though in your game already, or is that still a bit too?
I would say that's a bit early as well.
Too premature.
Yeah, I think get this season out of the way, and then I'll sort of see from there. But he's got a good understanding about football and life. I believe in him and Billy. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's going to be a good season.
Yeah. What's your best scoring record so far? Up to date? No. Or you just stopped counting? You just don't even know.
It's got to be that year though, innit? When like my last year at Abbey, because you was flying when that year when Chris was there and Chris left and come back that season.
When you were vegan?
When was that? Last season.
Yeah. Do you know what? Do you know what? We can touch up on that. I promise you. We can touch up on that. All right. Let's just start. It might be a long one. So yeah, to be fair, that year I went away for about 2 weeks on trial to a League 2 team, training every day.
Was it that season?
Yeah.
Probably why.
And I was staying with one of my good mates actually, who was a vegan, so I had no choice but to be a vegan.
Shout him out, man. Shout him out.
You get me? Shout out Smithy still. And unfortunately didn't really.
Oh, Smithy as in Nathan Smith.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And unfortunately didn't go to plan. And then when I came back, I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna just carry on being a vegan as much as I can.
Yeah.
Obviously being back here and obviously family eating meat and stuff, it's quite hard. You know what I mean? So yeah, and then. Literally that season I was flying, man. Like I was my whole mindset was different in terms of like, I was actually reading a book, and I don't read.
Yeah.
I remember one time that season, actually, I'm sitting in the changing room. This is just before a game, and I'm reading my book. Everyone's talking. I'm just sitting there reading.
Yeah.
And Spencer Harrison walked in. He's like, "D, I played football for so long, so many years. I've never walked into a changing room and see a man reading a book." You get me? And I'm just like, just leave me. But obviously a bit about the flowing. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, literally that season I was just flying. I just wanted to get my head down and just, do you know what I mean? And to be fair, fingers crossed I'll do that again this season.
Are you still vegan? That's what I want.
Pescatarian, to be fair.
Oh, you're
Pescatarian, yeah. So I dropped out the chicken and that.
Yeah.
Just on the fish. And I feel good though. I do feel good.
Yeah, no, that's
You know what I mean?
that's the way forward. You're a vegan now, isn't it?
Everyone says that. Nah, I just don't eat meat or fish, or meat or fish.
Oh, I thought you were vegan.
No,
So
no.
some of the stuff you put. So what do you eat, bro? You're vegan. Oh no, vegan don't eat like dairy and stuff like that.
Yeah, no
But I don't
cheese,
know. Do you know
yeah.
what? I didn't like cheese and I don't like milk. So people kind of think I'm vegan, but I'd have like butter on toast. Do you know what I mean? Or every now and then I might have like a cake. Or something,
Yeah.
or a chocolate.
Don't knock it till you try it though, innit?
What, the vegan
Yeah.
thing? No.
Don't be closed-minded. Just try.
No. I'm fully aware of veganism, but I'm good. To be fair, I don't eat meat.
Okay.
So
How long?
no, this stint has been about a month now. When I come back from Nige, when was that?
Probably
No,
about
over
that,
a month. About a month and a half, 2 months.
Why didn't
Okay.
you do it while he's over there?
Nah, because the meat is different over there, man. It's real meat.
Organic.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? And it's so funny because I cut it out last year for like 6 months, did it again for like 3 months, and then I come back this year from Nigeria, and then I had meat that day when I come back, and I was just like, nah, this ain't food, and then I just dropped it out. Plus with like pre-season, I need to like shed weight, and I don't do anything in moderation, so I'm just, my meat consumption is just too much, and I'm just always bloated, and but no, whenever I do cut out meat, I definitely feel the difference.
Yeah.
Like I've really lost a bit of weight. Manager Tom, shout him out, was saying that I look trim, so
You don't feel as tired as well. To
you
be fair,
better
for
play
me,
me though if I'm
you know
looking
what I mean?
trim.
Definitely.
You know.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So Spence, your playing career, I weren't going to touch up on it, but I think it would be an injustice if I didn't touch on the legend that is Michael Spencer.
You make me blush. Nah, do you know what? When I
Your highlight, was it the Hornchurch?
Has to be, yeah.
Hornchurch
No, do you know
version?
what? For different reasons, obviously, we got promoted 2012, but it was just, that year was just a wicked year because, like, after that final, like 2 weeks, like the next week we went Magaluf, end of season. The week after that I was on my stag. The week after that I got married.
Yeah.
So it was just like that month was like,
Just
you
a
could
high.
have killed me. I'd have been alright.
Yeah.
But yeah, just do you know what? It's weird because obviously you think like you get promoted and that, like it's your best kind of achievement. But just the way things happen leading up to it, like I played majority of the games. We got to the semis. We had Bury. I remember, and I turned up, and I never ever would turn up to a game and assume I'm playing.
Yeah.
Ever. No matter how many games I play, I never would. But that game I did. In my head I was like, yeah, like I was playing the game in my mind. Yeah, 6 semis. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. We get there, team's named, and I'm on the bench, and my heart just hit the floor. I was like,
Were you given a reason as to why you
nah,
wanted it?
nothing, nah.
Head gone.
Head's gone. But again, that's like on the flip side where if I'm gonna drop someone, I try phone them on the Friday. I try like I'll have it on the board and stuff. I'll try and catch you before you come in the changing room because I know, like, and I'll tell you this is why you're not playing. And I just sat there thinking, what? I'm not playing. And this is the biggest game of the season. So in my head, like, you know, you create your own stories.
Yeah.
You don't rate me. It's the biggest game of the season, and I'm not playing. You can't rate me. Blah blah blah. We won 3-1. I come off the bench, and then I remember, obviously everyone's celebrating, but it's kind of like a blur. I genuinely can't remember celebrating, getting into the final.
Yeah.
And I remember going home, saying to my missus, shout out V, I was like, yeah, look, I'm gone. Whatever happens, I'm gone. I can't do this. Like,
because was it that one game or was that like?
no, like that. I said like this is the biggest game of the season, and he's just dropped me. But I've played like pretty much every other game.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I was like, but he's dropped me for this. So you can't have faith in me. I can't be at this club, basically. Yeah. And I remember the game was on the bank holiday Monday. We came and trained on the Saturday. We've done like a little football, tennis, penalty shootout, just like little muck around, but keep us ticking over. And I just remember people texting and like, yeah, the final, and I'm like, yeah, look, I knew I wasn't gonna play. If he dropped me for the semis, I knew he was gonna drop me for the final. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, look, I don't even care. And I remember I texted my boy Marv, and I was like, I just want to we're gonna win. I was always confident we'd win. I'm just gonna take my medal and I'm just gonna go home. I don't want to celebrate. I don't want to do anything because I'm not gonna feel part of it. Then come up to the day. I remember my missus, she was like, I'm gonna come down and watch. I was like, nah, don't bother. Like, I'm not playing. Don't bother coming. Yeah. Don't bring the kids. Don't bring anything. And that day, I stayed at my mum's. Can't remember why, but I stayed at my mum. No, because it was the final. I was like, I don't want the kids to make me up in the night. I still want to prepare properly. Yeah. So I'm gonna go stay at my mum's. Stay at my mum's. Jumped on the train. Got there. Team comes out. I'm not playing. Alright, cool, whatever. Like, it's what I expected. Then we're playing lower stuff. It's 0-0 after 90 minutes. I think has he made a sub? My other boy Leon McKenzie, shout out Leon. He comes on, striker.
Mackenzie.
Do you know? I don't know. Do you know him?
Okay,
Leon McKenzie, and he's got.
No, it's not that one.
No.
Yeah, okay,
not that guy. But same name.
Yeah.
And he scores first half of extra time, 1-0. Happy days. We give away a penalty, and then about a minute before the end of the first half extra time. Yeah. Spence come get warmed up. I'm a bit moody. But never like, not bad attitude and that. Yeah. But you could just see in my face, I'm just gutted, innit? Yeah. And I remember like Jim, shout out Jim, got love for Jim, man, even though he done that. And he was like, yeah, look, Mike. But I could tell, because even when he was telling me to come on, and he was like, yeah, I know you're gutted and da-da-da-da-da. And I just didn't want to hear it then. And I was just like, yeah, just tell me what you want me to do. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, just hold your position, basically. Was he looking for pens? I don't know. But he was like, just kind of hold your position. But in my head, which I was just like, nah, fuck this. If I'm coming on, I'm going to do something, innit? So I've come on, played a minute. It's half time. We change over. And I remember, we're about 5 minutes before the end. I know it's going to be pens. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to take one. And while I'm running around, in my head, I'm like, every time the ball goes out, I'm thinking, all right, what foot shall I use? Where am I
You're just planning
yeah,
for
no,
the
I was planning, like, because I was like, I'm taking one. Yeah. And I couldn't miss. So I was like, all right, what foot am I going to use? Like, do I go, like, normally I take them with my left, but I'm naturally right-footed. So I thought, do I just go with what I'm my natural one, like, in case nerves kick in? And then I was just like, nah, fuck it. So I decided what I was going to do. Then all of a sudden, ball kind of drops. Lewis Smith, midfield, takes a touch. He brushes the geezer off. And I just thought, fuck it, I'm going to run. And I just come flying up the wing, shouting. Lewis never passes. One time he just decides to pass. He's rolled the ball down the side. And then, like, Leon's turn. And he's coming. It looks like he's going to kind of turn and hit it on his left. Yeah. And I was kind of going to let him do it. So we're kind of like going. We're kind of coming close together. And sort of last minute, he kind of does that. Yeah. So I thought, fuck it, I'm going to hit it. So I've hit it. Not the greatest connection, to be fair, but it's going across keeper. But after it's hit, I didn't think it was going in. I thought, yeah, it looks decent. It's a decent enough strike, innit? And that moment just went slow motion. The ball's just moving. And then all of a sudden, like, I can see the post. You know, like, I'm expecting to see the ball just keep going, innit? Yeah. But the ball kind of comes back round and it's doing this. I'm like, the fuck's going on here? Then I realised, fuck me, I've scored. And that's a minute before pens. Yeah. Like, buzzing, yeah.
And now you're just
and then it changes, because it's like, now I feel I'm like, and then obviously we go up. I've scored the winner. So now I'm part of it. I feel part of it. And then you're celebrating and everything.
Did you still take your medal and go?
No. Yeah. She's from me, innit? Do you know what I mean? But it was just different. And then, but then it was weird because then we're in the change room, we're celebrating, and then like the local paper and everything want to talk, but you've calmed down a bit.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit kind of not cautious, but I'm not. I'm just like, yeah, look, I'm getting married. I just want to focus on my family, blah, blah, blah. Mrs. is, I'm calling her. I'm like, come in. She's like, what happened? I goes, oh, we won. I scored. She's like, what? She comes in. Up to this day, she says, oh, I'm gutted. I never come in. But that's what I'm like. It finished very good.
Yeah.
But the whole experience, it was so up and down. I don't know if I could say it was like my best footballing experience. Like that same year, we went to the FA Trophy. We got to the second round. We played Grimsby away, and they came down from League 2 that season.
Yeah.
We played them on the Saturday, went and stayed overnight. So we come up on the Friday, played them on the Saturday. It's maybe 2,500 fans in the stadium, but a nice like old school feel stadium where the ball goes out and you got to run to the crowd to get the ball back, kind of thing. And to be fair to us, we got moved. Like we had 15 minutes where they just moved to us and scored. But in terms of like personally, my performance, like I come away just proud, thinking, yeah, because I would always say I could be a pro, but I was mixing it with them, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? In front of a crowd, and done very well. The gaffer pulled me after, Jimmy, and he was like, "Oh, that's your best performance you've ever played for us."
Yeah.
And like that meant a lot to me. Do you get me? So that on a whole, because I was just on a buzz the whole time. So even though like the playoffs is massive, and I still look at the medal and think, oh, that's wicked, but it was so up down for me.
Yeah.
Like I can't even remember much of the day because I was so like pissed off just afterwards.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna come back to that bit in a sec. But
Yeah.
Darelle, what's been like your moment where like your head's maybe gone, or like your toughest time in football? Is there one that sticks out, or like a game?
Do you know what? I think so. The season where I scored a lot of goals or whatever at Waltham Abbey, and presentation, all right? So it's presentation. You know, if you scored so many goals,
Yeah, it's a good one.
you're guaranteed. So 2-2s now. Cut a long story short, I don't receive an award. So I'm thinking, so my head's gone. My head's gone. I'm like, how can I not receive an award for top goal scorer after I've put so much work and effort in? Do you know what I mean? And then
Oh, they didn't even give you a top goal scorer award.
no. So cool, like my head's gone, and I must have tweeted it. Something about like all players want to do is like feel appreciated or something.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, you've messaged me, you've
Did I?
replied, yeah, you replied saying they're not gonna
Something about till you're gone or something.
yeah,
It
they
sounds
don't
like something I would
appreciate you
say.
until you're gone.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, that's when my heart was done. Do you know what I mean?
Sounds like something I would say. Yeah.
But did you not like? Did you take it up with the club, or is it just like, just listen? This
I
is
brushed
just,
it off, to be fair. It's just one of those things where, you know, you live and you learn, innit? Do you know what I mean?
yeah. So what about like player of the season and that?
I think, no, they must have given, yeah, player of the season,
I wasn't there. I left. They would have done-
chairman's player and that.
and
Not
manager's
top,
player.
Yeah,
innit?
not top goal scorer.
And that's something. That's like
That's
the
a-
one.
that's a-
That's like the main award. Like
Of course.
almost like apart from the player of the season.
Yeah.
Like top goal scorer. You just know there's going to be that trophy, and they just didn't give it to you.
No.
Did part of you feel like this was purposely done?
Boy, something like that.
Something like
To
that.
be fair. But it's just one of those things where you just gotta, you know what I mean, brush it off and move on to the next one.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Okay, so now if you're dealing with a player who's been left out and he's a bit upset or whatever, how far can they go in showing that they're annoyed? Like, what's the most you'd allow them to show without being like, all right, you know what, you're taking a piss now?
Like this season or last season?
Just in general, like what's the
No,
most?
do you know what? I'm kind of, again, like I'm quite chilled, which is a gift and a curse. Do you get me? Like we had like last season, like like a certain player will come off, and like, you know, like don't want to shake hands, or like come and talk on the side. Why am I coming off? Why am I coming off? Like that kind of thing. And like I say to everyone, I want you to be upset if you're not playing. Because it shows you, you know, you want to
care.
play and you got a bit of passion and that. But like the way I only ever sort of my marker is always of me.
Yeah.
Do you get me? Like, because I played. It's not like I've come from somewhere else. I'm doing something. This is for the first time, and people can say, "Nah, he don't get it because he ain't done it or whatever."
Like a ref.
Yeah, like no, for real.
Yeah, like a ref.
Probably ain't played, or a player probably ain't ref. Like, and I even said, yesterday when I was like talking about like timings, people coming late and stuff. Like, I was like, whatever you've done, I've done it. Do you know what I mean? You want to be a player or you work, you got kids. I've done it.
Yeah.
Everything. I got the t-shirts, all of them, hung up at home. So my thing, and I kept saying it even when we were running yesterday, if I can do it, you can do it. So I've been dropped for a load of games, like over the time when I was playing, but I'd never be negative. I would never kind of like, like just kind of whisper to a man on the side, oh, look, why has he done that kind of thing. I just keep it to myself. I'm vexed. You can probably see it in my face, but my actions would never show that.
Yeah.
And I'd still, do you know what I mean? Because I got, especially like the older I got like, I say like they're youngers, but they're old. But you know what I mean? Like players who ain't played the game like for a long time. And I used to just look at it and think, look, just help them through the game. So just kind of give them pointers and give them this, give them that. So I want you to be upset, but like toys out the pram, throwing your shirts and all that shit. Yeah. Like we've put it down. It's a manager's fine this year. Like you're gonna get fined if you do all that type of thing.
Okay, cool. So there is like
that's a boundary now. Yeah. But again, it was like the whole between last season and this season is just a learning curve. Do you know what I mean? That's the first time that's the first time I've ever, in terms of like managing like a team. First time I've done it. I ain't even like I've coached kids, adults, and all the rest of it, but I've never managed even a kids team. This is the first time I've managed on a whole. So, you know what I mean? As much as the players are learning, I'm learning.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's all you can do to be fair.
Every day we learn, man.
Did you know from the get-go, once the season finished, that you was going to stay at Waltham Abbey? Like, had you had conversations before, or was it like, you know what, was just see what happens during the off-season? Yeah, for this season.
Yeah, to be fair, obviously at the end of last season, Bill and Spence obviously pulled me and said, yeah, we're trying to build this. Are you on board, you know what I mean? And I said, let me see what happens.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then obviously speaking to them yesterday, as well as, through the month, I would say through the last couple of months.
Yeah.
I thought, why not? If I believe in what they're trying to build, why not go for it?
What would it take for someone to come and like take you now before the season starts? Is money enough? If someone comes and says, look, we'll give you 60-70% more than what you're getting down at Waltham Abbey, is it literally just a straight?
But then it's hard, because then you could go, but it might not, the grass ain't always greener on the other side. So for me personally, because I've got a good relationship with them both, I feel like they have my best interest. So someone could offer me God knows how much. Would I go? Yeah, I probably will. If I did go, I'd probably start a couple and then be on the bench again.
Yeah.
So you never know, do you know what I mean? But no, I wouldn't. I'm staying put.
All I'm hearing here is that Spencer's paying you like well. So
to be fair, now that George has come in, boy, I'm about to take a pay cut. You know what? I mean,
some of George's holidays, I always wonder where this money comes from.
Well,
mate.
I think Bill must have messaged him, like, aside from me messaging him, doubled him up or something.
Mate, but that money conversation though, what's that like when you want a player and then everything's cool, they're on board with your plans and everything, and then money comes? Is it a taboo subject, or is it literally like, look, this is what we can do if you can't get on board?
It's not. Nah, I wouldn't say it's taboo. It's. No, I wouldn't even say it's not. I wouldn't say it's a hard convo to have. It's just like we kind of set it. So like me and Bill, like we spoke, and I was like, look, we kind of set a minimum of what we think boys should be on. Yeah. And a maximum of what we think boys should be on. So we want to try and build a team where everyone's in and around the same thing. Yeah. Do you get me? So, and a lot of people have come and, can I get more money? Can I get this? Can I get that? And it's like, and I'm like sometimes, it's like, are you just people saying it because they want to put something in their pocket? And nothing extra goes in man's pocket. You know what I mean? Yeah. But we just I say it to everyone, like, I'll be honest, this is what we can give you, but it's as well, it's what you want to do. So if you want to go somewhere and get more money, like I'm not gonna feel any way about you. Like, you got to do what you got to do. I don't know your situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's got to be some sort of... Okay, so let's say before Christmas he gets 25 goals.
No. But then that gives us... Say he goes and hits 25 goals, then we can go and sit down with the chairman and say, look...
You've got something to work
but
with.
we've got ammo.
Yeah.
Whereas you go now... Say someone comes and goes, oh, no, I want an extra 100 quid. And you go and have the conversation. It's like, why? What's he done?
Yeah.
He you know what I mean? He ran further than everyone, like, in pre-season. They ain't giving no money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If there's a reason for it to... the thing is, if it was my money and it was an endless pot, I'd give everyone everything. I wouldn't care. As long as I can get the best out of you.
Yeah.
But like I say to everyone, this is what we can offer you. But on the flip side, what we can offer you, which isn't like money or paper or whatever, is that time.
Yeah.
And that time, no money can amount to that. Do you know what I mean? But it depends, like, on you as a player.
Yeah.
If you have that buy-in to that, then you're definitely the type of player that I want to be working with, that Bill wants to be working with. Do you get me? Because our phone is there 24/7. If you need advice on, forget football, like whatever, life. You know what I mean? I don't even want to like say names and stuff. I've like players that I've worked with and that, blah blah blah. Look, like, can you drop me like £100? I don't get paid till end of the month and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, of course. Do you get me? Like, you get that investment.
Yeah.
Like, money can't get you that.
Yeah.
Do you get me? Like, investment, as in, like, D's saying, like, where I'm like D's not come to me and says, can we do this, because I think I need to improve. I know what he needs to improve on. I'm telling him, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
Because I know what you need to improve on, and that's going to make you better. Do you get me? Like, I do that with all the players. Like, you've got that investment. So, money aside, that's what we can give you. But then, again, it just depends it depends on your situation. You might look and say, nah, you're talking nonsense. I ain't going to hold it against you. But you might look at it and think, yeah, you know what? I can make this money work, and I care about that side of it. So, I'm going to invest in this.
Oh, love that. Cool. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Before we wrap up, though, who do you support, sorry?
Arsenal.
Great stuff. And I already know. Arsenal.
Come on, bro.
Arsenal. So,
Best team North London.
we are going to do... What is it? Combined... Okay, yeah, cool. Your top 5 managers, because you're a manager now, so I can't ask you your top 5 players. Yeah, it ain't got to be just Arsenal.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah, that's torture. And you have to do your players, and then we're gonna do that one very quickly, and then we're just gonna do our combined All-Star 11 of players.
Cool.
Okay, cool. So your top 5 managers would be
Pep Guardiola, Jose Mourinho, Johan Cruyff, Alex Ferguson. Down to one, you know. That's crazy. Let me have a little think with this one.
Do you know what's so funny? I know for a fact Spence does not, under any condition, want to put Wenger in there.
But he's not, though.
Okay, well, we're not doing this.
He's genuinely not in the top 5.
We're not doing this.
No. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, Pep's Pep. Guardiola made Pep.
Yeah.
Who else did I have? Fergie. What was the other one I said? Can't even remember now.
So Mourinho, Fergie,
Mourinho,
Pep,
of course, yeah. Mourinho,
Cruyff.
tactical genius. And the last one, it's hard, man. Because I want to say Capello, I want to say Ancelotti, I want to say
George Graham.
Nah, but I like Graham. I want to say Bielsa because I'm going to say Marcelo Bielsa.
Yeah.
Can I give the reason for that?
Yeah.
Only because when reading in, I can't remember whose book it was, but Pep, they played against each other, Pep and Bielsa, and when they'd finished, Bielsa took out a report and give it to Pep, and like just said, I think you should have this.
Yeah.
And Pep looked through it, like it was about Barcelona. They were playing Barcelona at the time when Pep was there, and he looked through like the analysis.
Yeah.
And he turned around to Bielsa and said, "You know more about Barcelona than I do."
Yeah.
And that's Guardiola's team and how much detail he goes in. So Bielsa, like them man look up to him like a G. So I'm gonna chuck him in there as well.
Cool. So that's your top 5 players ever.
Non-league as well.
Thierry
Henry.
Obviously Messi, Ronaldo, R9 Ronaldo,
Okay.
as well as
Fat Ronaldo.
yeah.
Okay, and the other one.
Ronaldo. And
Got one more now.
Dino, Ronaldinho.
Okay, cool. Right, your combined 11s. We don't normally do top 5 of each, do we? No. Might as well just added that in. But yeah, in your combined 11 aside all-star team. In goal, who would you lot go with?
Joint together, yeah.
Joint together.
In goal, keeper. I would probably say Schmeichel.
Yeah,
Schmeichel.
for that. Yeah.
Left back, no brainer. Ashley Cole.
Yeah.
All day.
I think everyone literally has said Ashley Cole.
Best English player ever.
Did you not see recently? There was this stuff going around on social media. People, and they were like, "Who's the greatest Premier League left back ever, Baines or Ashley Cole?" And it was a thing.
Report that account still.
No, it was a thing, and I was just like, I couldn't believe it.
It's actually not a thing.
I know it's not a thing. I was
Report
like,
them
nah,
still.
it's ridiculous. Go on, right back.
Level. Right back. What would you say, right back?
Go on.
Me, I would probably say G-Nev, personally.
Really? I
Yeah.
didn't expect that from you.
Yeah.
Right back.
I used to love him, you know.
I didn't expect that from you, bro. Wan-Bissaka.
Hey?
Wan-Bissaka.
Too early. Way too early.
No, go on. Yeah, we'll go with that one then.
Genev,
Yeah.
centre backs.
Rio. I would say Rio.
Rio.
And Sol Campbell.
Do you truly believe that though? Yeah, I know. Do you?
You see that? No, that's it. You see that?
This guy.
Something else, isn't it?
He does not believe that. Okay, so 4-3-3 we're doing. 4-4-2. Which one?
It's just all names on a paper. No such thing as.
Okay, we don't need no scholars.
No, I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean?
4-3-3. Go on. In your middle.
Cool. In the middle.
I'll have Santi Cazorla.
Oh, I love that shot. Spence ain't having that. Look at.
Nah, do you know what? Like, I was gonna say Vieira, but I can't really argue with Santi. You know. We'll go with Santi because he's both footed.
And the other two.
I would say. I'm trying to think Prem. I'm trying to think like past and present. I think David Silva's got to be in there.
Oh really? Okay.
Personally, yeah.
Do you agree with David Silva? Because it's not just about you, Spencer.
No.
We'll go with that.
Yeah, okay.
We'll go with that. Even another one.
And who's the third in the three?
I'd probably say Scholes.
Scholes here.
I would say the Arvo.
You say who?
Iniesta.
Nah, is it Prem or
Is it
World?
just Prem or is this
No, World.
World?
Oh, the World.
Yeah.
Oh, can I change?
Change. What do you want to change?
Nah, yeah. Iniesta's got to be there.
So in the middle, Iniesta. We're keeping Cazorla.
Yeah, we can keep Cazorla. I'm gonna put just to freshen it up a bit. Yeah, who I used to like watching when I was young. No, but then you can't not put Zidane in there. Do you know what I mean? See, I was gonna say Nedved because Nedved.
Oh, Pavel.
When I used to love him, but then out of respect, you can't really not put Zidane in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going Cazorla, Iniesta, and Zidane.
Yeah.
On the left, you pick a winger, and then
On the left, Dino.
On the right.
Trying to think now. It's not easy, man. On the right.
I mean, it's got to be one of the two people that.
No, but I'm trying to. You got to put Cristiano in it.
Oh, okay. And your striker's going to be.
Is this any people we've seen with our own eyes?
Yeah.
Okay. No, because you can go old.
Don't
like,
put
as old
Maradona
as
on
well.
them people.
No,
you didn't see
definitely not.
Maradona.
I'm gonna, but you
I
don't
hate
know
when
what
people
I
say that shout, you know.
Yeah, Maradona.
Big man.
Yeah,
Bow
Pele.
down.
They're like number
Eusebio.
9. Number 9's got to be R9, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you're leaving Messi out.
R9's got to be the main man. I would have put.
So why would you put? This is what I'm saying.
Go on.
You think Messi's better than Ronaldo?
Yeah.
Why would you leave Ronaldo? And
Honestly, you know, like when you put it on the spot like that, you kind of forget players. Like if I'd have thought about it properly, then Messi would have got in there. Because obviously, you know, like I'm a Messi man. But when you said right, like my mind kind of went a certain way.
so
And I
who
just
you
thought
saying? Ronaldo or Messi?
I've got to stick with what I said in it. But Messi's a better player. I've got to stick with what I said.
Okay, so keeper, we said Schmeichel, left back Ashley Cole, right back G-Nev, centre backs Rio and Sol Campbell.
Can I change G-Nev because I didn't realise it was.
That's why I said. Like,
I know, no, I thought it was Premier.
no, but you got to stick to what you said apparently.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I change?
Yeah. Huh? If you really want to change, you could change. But then I
can-
can't trust anything you say because you
Yeah,
said
no,
you
I
have to
hear
stick
that. I hear
to.
that. I'm
what you
gonna
said.
chuck Thuram there though.
Okay, cool. Cherub.
Yeah, we'll just chuck that one there.
Okay.
Can I change Messi as well?
No.
Leave that one, but
no.
Thuram in.
Okay,
right
cool. So Thuram. In the middle, we got Iniesta,
back. Iniesta, Santi.
Zidane, and Santi. Left, Dino. Right, Ronaldo. And up front,
Oh no!
R9.
What a team!
Great stuff. But yeah, guys, this has been excellent. Thank you lot for coming. I hope you lot have enjoyed.
Thanks for having us.
I'm gonna put all your handles and everything in the bio. You can hear more from Spence on the Counter Attack podcast.
Every time.
Spence of Excellence.
Promoting out here.
Can anyone else? Is there any way they can find you apart from your Twitter, Insta? No, don't worry. You'll come on the Counter Attack podcast one day.
Gotham City. He keeps it.
Yeah. Very quickly, how did you find Ball Hour event?
How did I find it?
Yeah.
The
Because
event
you were
itself?
managing. Yeah, you were managing the North team.
No. The event was sick, like proper sick.
Yeah.
That will take off and get bigger and bigger. Every
Great
year.
stuff. All right then. Well, yeah, guys. Keep liking, subscribing, sharing everything. We're back to our weekly slots. We've had a little time off due to the off season because George just stayed on holiday. So
Everywhere all over South America.
mate,
When I was checking the things, I was like, right.
mate, I saw him deep in Colombia, bro. Like with the cartels and that. So,
I see him on the next ep in Narcos and that.
yeah, but yeah. So guys, we're out until next time. See ya.
Lovely.
That's good, decent. It's decent.
That was good though. Look, there's me.